animation, and then add them objects from the keyframes animation. Because only the animated objects. Oh, well, not just the animation. From the keyframes animation plus updaters. And that's what I want to do. Okay, so this should be something like I less than Python keyframe dot animation dot objects dot length. Get the Python object. And then will I need its ID? Probably not. If I'm removing them and adding it again, I actually probably will. Let me see what I did in the old code. I removed it from the scene. And then for each one in the frame response. Oh, check the dictionary. If it's in the dictionary, then get it from there. Otherwise, add it to the dictionary. Why wouldn't all these objects be the same, though? Well, let me see if this is broken. Can I read property modules undefined? Render 254? Well, that line isn't there. Oh, render 250. Keyframe.animation. For animations, is it .mobject? Singular? I guess not. I'm gonna have to just print this. Man, that was loud. You know what it might be? Since Python keyframe is just a scene. Braver502, thanks for following. I've really got to make my follow alerts better one day. The default ones just... that can get to you after a while. Okay, when you play an animation, where is that animation saved? It seems like it's not saved anywhere, right? Because when I call... oh, in the args, this should be the animations. So I'll compile the animation data. Hey, what's up? I'll compile that animation data. Does compile animation data save the animations to the scene? Because that would be convenient. Utils hashing. So I won't have to hash it because what I'm trying to do is get a list of the mobjects that are being animated. Right? And so when you call play, the keyframe is generated here. Basically, the scene is deep copied. And then that becomes a keyframe. So the question is, when you call scene.play, where are the animated mobjects stored? And it looks like, yeah, they're stored to self.animations. Why is this? Wait, compile animations. Maybe we could utilize animation.mobject. Yeah, Okay, I see. I'm just going to log this, the Python keyframe. That's here. This is a scene. Is this actually big enough to read? Anyway, this is a scene. And scene.animations. Oh, that is there. So then I can do scene.animations dot get at 0 dot mobject. Does each... Okay, so I guess each animation only has a single mobject. I guess. So that means is animations. Oh, I see. I think I should do like 4 Python keyframe dot animations dot length. And then you get a mobject. Python keyframe dot animations dot get at I dot mobject. So this is the Python object. And this is being animated on this frame. So I'm going to remove it. Let me see. Twitch.tv slash Euler. It's like slash pop out. You should really bookmark that or something. Self.object is object. Great. Yeah, okay. Cool. So I got the Python object. So I can remove this dot scene dot children dot. I want to like remove the mobject, the Python object, or the JavaScript object with the Python objects ID. And I already wrote the code to do this. Like this. Maybe I should just add these all to a list. And basically use this exact logic. IDs to remove. I don't even know how to use JavaScript sets. But I'm going to want to do IDs to remove. That, like, add, I guess. It's going to be Python object. That original ID. Boy, do I not know if that's the right. No, not set timeout. It's add. Okay, so I'll add that. So that means I added the IDs of the objects that are being animated on this frame. And then I'm going to remove them all like this. Mesh.mobject ID. Yeah, I think that's fine because when I create the mobject, I store its ID to mobject ID. So that should remove them all. Then I want to add them again. Wait, why would I do that? Why would I remove these and then just add them again? Oh, I know why. I think. Add objects being flickered on this frame because I might update them. Why don't I just update them without removing and adding them though? Whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to basically do this. The same thing that was done in the WebGL renderer. But that does seem super weird to me. Why would I remove it and then add it again? What could I have been thinking? Yeah, I don't know. In any case... Oh, you know what it might be? I think what it is that objects can be removed and then not added. Oh yeah, this is actually going to complicate this some. Because this is iterating through all of the objects in the scene. And it is possible that an object is removed in the middle of a scene. An object could be removed and not added back in the middle of the scene. So that's why I want you to just remove everything. Then I'll only add it back if it's contained in the scene. But then this wouldn't be quite right because I'm removing everything that's being animated. And then I'm adding it back? Aren't things that are animated always in the scene though? I'm just gonna see if this works. And if something goes wrong later on, then I'll deal with that then. Okay, so add objects from this keyframe's animation, and I can do updaters right now. So if that's in there, then I can just get it, and then update it based on the current object, I guess. Oh, but there isn't a current object, is there? For the object proto. I feel like I might mess something up here pretty badly. So to start, I add everything, just everything that's in the scene. Here, everything that's in the scene. Then I want to update only the things that are being animated. I'm just going to print out that I'm adding in that ID. Then I'm going to print out what I'm searching for. Searching for ID, and this is going to be Python object.original. Okay, so it loaded all these. And it looks like it added this one, I think. That would have happened after this. It looked like it never added any IDs. Is it because this was never called? I'll have to refresh this to clear the logs. Manim loads, and then yeah, the ID is never added. So why was the ID never added? I wonder if I'm using one of the APIs wrong. If mobject.has mobject ID, I'm gonna put the debugger here. Okay. And I'll refresh it too, to make sure it's starting from the beginning. Oh, at first, for the first animation, starting new animation is never set to true. Okay. Oh, because it says if starting animation, it sets starting animation to false. Okay, so that's a problem. Yeah, I already fixed that. So the question is, on the first animation, I set starting animation to true here. And I use that to set the timestamp. I guess I don't want to set it to false there. Just let it be true. And then at the end, I probably want to say that if this frame was starting a new animation, then it's no longer starting a new animation. Actually, I think I can just set it to false all the time. Because if a new animation is started, if a new animation is started, I'll find out either here, before calling render loop, or I'll find out here when I'm finding the current keyframe. So then I can use it for the entirety of the function and then just set it to false at the end. Okay, so maybe this will work better. Boy, does that take a long time to load. At least it's looking for the right IDs now. It added the ID, then it's searching for it. Update from object is not a function, and that's true. Okay. Wait, where's that? Update from Python object. This I'm going to basically copy. Update from object proto is already here. this. Let me go to the object. And this, the update from Python object, and get the style with that utility function. Where is it? Used a bunch of this one, style from Python object. Okay. Then style from Python object. If vectorize bounded data dot needs redraw. Now how? I think this is just always true. And actually, if it's not, I'm just going to pretend like it is. And do that optimization later if I choose to. Okay, so this much of it works. Then I want to extract the points. And I guess the center from extract points. And I think I already had a function for this too in utils. Whoops. Here's my object and here's utils. Now, how is I points from Python object? Okay. So now I'll use that. Now that this doesn't compute the center. And this will be the Python object. Although I don't actually know why I need the center. How's the center used here? Oh, okay. I guess that sort of makes sense. Which means I have to compute the center here. Or rather, oh man, I did that again. What I'll do instead, let's just say let points be this. And then the center will just be the average of those points. Here, if I see how I did it, in this utils, where was it? Bounding box that gets center. Oh, you can just do this. That's convenient. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. For all of the points that I'm getting, I'm subtracting the center, then I'm returning the points and the center that way. Okay, so I'll want to do that same thing to be consistent. So basically, I'm doing points from Python object. I'm going to get these points. Then I'm going to get the bounding box. And then subtract them. But to subtract them, these have to be 3 dot vectors. So those have to be new 3 dot vector 3. And I think I can just do it like this. Then I'll set the bounding box. Then I'll subtract them all. Then I'll return the points and the center. Okay, so now I can do basically this. Then I can do update geometry, I think, assuming these data types are right. Which I think they will. Then update material, which I think there's a pretty good chance that won't work. But after that, I have at least all the logic written to update it from the object. And I have basically no faith that that will all work at all. It's a lot of code to work at the first try. Read property X, object 117. What did I do here? Oh, this is when computing compute shapes. This is expecting objects. But now these are vector 3s. These don't have an X attribute. Like if I go to vector 3, we should have a .x, .y, .z. Okay, read property X of undefined. So the curve start index was undefined then? I'm gonna have to set a debugger here or something. Mobject from Python Mobject, yeah. Oh, this is a regular Mobject from Python Mobject. Not update, just regular. So utils module Mobject. Oh, 53. I bet it said 253. Here, we're getting points from Python Mobject. Okay. So this has 3 dot vectors now, which I think is okay, but it also has the center. So really, I'm gonna have to give it both of these. I have to say like points and center equals this. And then I have to pass it the points in the center.